Hello folks, you are joining me in the midst of probably the maddest 24-hour period of my life. Anna's down in London today. She left home before 7 this morning. She's got a university trip. She's going down to the Old Bailey in London. Her phone's been taken off of her because you're not allowed to take your phones in there or something along those lines. So I'm kind of completely on my own and my internet is just exploding. Not in a bad way. I put a video out yesterday. I mentioned it on yesterday's vlog. There's already been a video on my gaming channel about it. But to cut a long story short, everything's going mad. I've got emails going back and forth, tweets going back and forth. I can't keep up with social media. I can't keep up with comments on the two YouTube channels. I haven't been able to make a video for my wrestling channel. And the end of all this is that in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to an actual real life professional football club where I'm going to take their training session ahead of my new Football Manager series. The world's gone mad. It's about 2:30. I've not had lunch yet. I'm going to run off and do that in a minute. I have got other stuff outside of just internet businessy things to take care of today as well. If you remember a few weeks ago, we had some hassle getting Andy's new prescription of medication because they gave him the wrong bottle, that kind of thing. As part of that process, we had to book him a medication review appointment with the GP. At the time, we didn't realise it clashed with Anna's trip down to London. And because it's so difficult to get an appointment with the doctors, and we've already had to cancel this appointment once because when we got there the fire alarm was going off and he just freaked out. I'm taking him by myself. I've never taken him anywhere like this by myself, and it's the start of like a 5 or 6 day period of me doing stuff by myself with Andy that I've never done by myself before because Anna's always been there. So I'm taking him just for a GP's appointment today, which should be fine. It's about 20 to 5 I think the appointment is, so he'll have been home about an hour and a half when we need to go, so hopefully there won't be too much trouble taking him. Lucy's then got to babysit him later on because Anna gets back to Peterborough about 7:30, 8 o'clock this evening, and Andy won't agree to go out again, even if it's to fetch mummy. He hates going out. He'll be tired. He'll have taken himself off to bed probably at that point. So Lucy's going to sit and look after him for a little while. She's done it a few times before, but it's not ideal, but she is 15. I'm sure she can handle it. And then next week, because Anna's in uni all next week, but it's half term for the kids and Andy's off school all week. Firstly, I'll be looking after him all week by myself, which I've never really done before, certainly not for a week. But he's also at his respite care on Sunday and Monday night, so I'll be picking him up from that by myself. He's never been picked up from that before without Anna. So we're going to do the whole going around Boston, going to the Bells, doing all that stuff. It would just be me and him. So hopefully that will go down okay. And then the next day he's at the dietitian, which we mentioned on yesterday's vlog. And again, Anna's going to be at uni while that's going on. So I'm going to be taking him to the dietitian by myself next week. So there's quite a lot riding on today going well, because if today goes well, then we shouldn't have any problems next week. If I have an issue getting him out of the house today, then the whole of next week's plans start to become difficult to manage. But I'm going to leave this here for now and go away and try and eat something before he gets home and try and get caught up with social media. And, oh, it's mad. I'm going to pretend to be a real football manager for a day. It's brilliant. Yes, no, he's at school.
I'm at school.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright,
Cheers.
bye.
You're right, Andy. You seem very tired.
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Yes.
You can put your shoes away, please.
Just for me, Mummy, Daddy, please. If Mummy comes.
Mummy will be home at bedtime. We're going to the doctors at 4:30. Andy's going to the doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
So at 4:30?
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah? So 4:30?
Good.
Andy and Daddy go to the doctors. Right, on today's list, Andy has enjoyed the school a lot. He finished the PowerPoint presentation about animals. He loves using a computer. He would. And he's also confident working on it. Again. Oh, he was supposed to be using his iPad. Can we put the shoes away? We have, haven't we? That's alright then. I can't even remember. Andy also enjoys art lessons. We've completed making papier-mâché animals. Andy has created a fantastic... I don't know what it says. What have you made at school?
No.
What did you make?
Will be school.
What did you make there?
At school. At work.
What sort of work?
No.
Okay. I guess we'll never know. Right, can we have shoes on please? Going to the doctors, you can do it. Come on, put your shoes on.
Andy.
He seems to be cooperating.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Andy. Bye, Andy.
Right, let's get coat on as well. Do you want to take your DS or your phone?
Yeah.
Where's your DS? Where is it?
They're here. It's in the back.
It's in your bag. There you go.
Thank you.
Right, let's go to the doctors. Well, everything seems to be going okay so far for our first ever official journey out to something proper on our own. We've like been at the park and stuff before, but Anna's always with us for everything. He's behaving well. Tell you what, I think we've talked about it before, about how we had a few problems with the health centre a few times. There's videos about it on the channel, and finally a couple of months ago they agreed to put a little flag on his account just to say that he can't wait, stuff like that, just basic stuff that you'd expect for someone with autism. This clip is about, I would say, 75 seconds after the previous one when we were walking in. We walked in 5 minutes early, checked in for the appointment on the computer, didn't even get sat down before we were called through to the doctor. The doctor checked his pulse and weighed him. Both of them are fine. He has put on a little bit of weight, but we'll get a proper reading next week at the dietitian. He was absolutely good as gold. Did take his shoes off in the waiting room. We were there for 20 seconds. He doesn't like his shoes on, but we were in and out, no problems, good as gold. Everything's fine. Medication reviewed for another 6 months or so now, I guess, until he's back at the hospital. You did very well.
Yeah.
Well done. Are we going home now?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. There was absolutely no mention of this before the doctors, but I thought he was such a good boy, and the doctor did really well, that we're coming to the church. We haven't been to this church for ages, actually. And I just asked him, do you want to go to a church? He said yes. I said, which one do you want to go to? He said this one. So we're going to come and have a little look at the church. Yeah, going home now.
Are you happy?
I am happy. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Good. A few people have asked lately why he likes churches or what he likes to do in churches. That's what he likes to do in the church. He just likes to go wander around. I think he enjoys the quiet. He certainly likes the buildings. He loves stained glass. He likes bells, but they're not on at the moment, so I don't want to mention them so he can hear me. And he just really likes the whole experience of it. We're not religious at all. He really likes the building, and he's just had a whale of a time in there doing his little lap. Again, we were in there probably 2 minutes. I recorded every moment that was in there. I don't know if it will all make it onto the video, but it's not a long trip, and he considers that a massive reward. So a positive thing and a positive day. Well, it's just before 7:30. He's gone to bed by himself again, fast asleep up there. Before Anna's got home, actually. Got coffee all in my moustache. She's just got back to uni in Peterborough. I was supposed to be going to pick her up while Lucy looked after Andy, but apparently someone who's on the minibus with her on the trip is bringing her home, which is handy. she's made a friend, which is awesome as well. I'm weirdly in a situation now where for the first time in about 24 hours, I'm kind of not doing anything. It's been a really, really busy 24 hours, which if you've been following all the social media shenanigans over on Twitter or on my gaming channel, you'll know I just haven't stopped. I haven't stopped replying to tweets, replying to YouTube comments. It's been absolutely crazy. And one thing I've not really been paying any attention to, because of more pressing matters, is the fact that any moment now, this channel is going to hit 10,000 subscribers, which, as someone pointed out in the comments for yesterday's video, on my goal board out in the garage that I started using August, one of the goals on there is get the vlog channel to 5k subscribers by the end of the year. It's now middle of October, I'm about to hit 10k, which is just another example of, I mean, everything's going crazy, everything's going really well at the moment. It's very, very cool. The social worker said yesterday, we all look happier. And we are, and because we're happier, we're being more creative, and because we're being more creative, more stuff is coming off for us. Everything is going really well. It's very, very cool. I am now wondering if I can squeeze a quick game of FIFA in on the big telly before Anna comes home. Look who's back!
No.
Ah, have you had a good day in that there London? You didn't go to jail then?
No, why would I go to jail?
Well, you've been in court, haven't you?
Yeah.
How are your new shoes? We all saw you buy your shoes. Her feet hurt.
I don't even know why, I only did.
Because you've just worn a pair of shoes for the first time in your life.
10,800 steps, so...
You don't wear shoes.
I know.
But it was a good day, was it? She's been out of the house nearly 13 hours. Which is, in fact, more than that, probably over 13 hours, which is mad.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I've got it here ready to show them. Look how close we're getting now. It's 8 o'clock. 7 away.
Well,
hopefully it'll happen while we're still talking.
To hold that and watch it.
Well, it's not going that quickly. You need to talk to this lot rather than watching that. So, what did you get up to then, down in London?
It took 3 hours to get there.
This is why we go on the... Every time we go to London on the train, she moans and says, can't we drive? Because she doesn't like having to wheel a suitcase across London.
I don't.
But now you know why we go on the train. It takes 45 minutes from Peterborough to King's Cross on the train. And it took over 3 hours for you to wade through traffic to get there.
Yeah.
Now you know why we go on the train.
Yeah.
Good.
No. Go in the car. I don't want to carry stuff.
You got picked up by Sheepdog at what, 10 to 7 this morning?
Yeah.
Left uni at 7:30ish.
Dead on 7:30.
What time did you get to the Old Bailey?
10:30.
Oh, I thought you were there later than that.
No.
Okay, 10:30's not too bad. And then what did you do? Anything exciting?
We met up with this man who used to be a newspaper journalist for courts, but now he does tours.
Okay.
So we did a tour for an hour and a half, and not just in. I think we were in the magistrates first. Then we went through streets where they were showing us stuff, and then we got to the Old Bailey, and he told us some stories about how people were boiled in pots.
Just like the Jack the Ripper tours that you get down there and stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to one place where there was World War One bullet holes in the wall.
Okay. Was
and
it
stuff.
educational or beneficial to you in any way?
Yeah,
that part
it
of
was,
the day?
because it was about the stuff I've been reading. Because at the moment I'm doing all about the history, so some of it was relevant and I understood it all.
Can you just remind everyone what degree you're doing? Because people keep asking.
Crime and investigation studies. So I'm not doing criminology. I'm doing the more. Was it practical stuff? Yeah, practical stuff.
Training to become a CSI, basically.
I want to be out there with
Veronica Marsing stuff.
But the first place we went to, the magistrates, I think you should like insert some pictures. Looks like a cathedral.
Did you take any pictures?
No, but
well then I can't insert any.
You're not allowed to take any. They take. Okay. They're like, because you go in, you go through a metal detector, and they go, you can't have your phones on. Do not take pictures. If you take pictures, you can be prosecuted.
I kind of don't want to include pictures then, just in case I can be prosecuted for using them.
If they've got them out there on the internet, obviously use them. But it does, like Andy would love it. It looks like a cathedral. But the man who built it said that the only thing that can be perfect is for God. So he made one imperfection, and we were showing the imperfection of one of the pole things. What are they called?
Poles.
No, pillars. Cuts off in the middle. So it's not exactly perfect. But that was cool. And then we went through the streets. About bankruptcy road or something.
Nice.
And then we went to the Old Bailey and was told about how it was blew up, like not so long ago. and there was 2 buildings, and then we could have some. Then he left us. I had my 1 sandwich that I made. 1.
You just didn't take enough lunch. You're a crazy person.
So like there was this one place that was just like raw food. It was £16.
Yeah, it's the centre of London.
I was on my 1 sandwich.
Again, she doesn't normally pay for anything when we go down to London. She thinks, up until today, she thought everything in London was free and just happened because she just sort of tootles around, me waving a card around, and she just gets to do what she wants and go where she wants and eat what she wants.
You're
and there's
such a
no
liar.
consequences for it.
You're such a liar.
What do you ever pay for in London?
No, but don't say it's where I want to go, because we always go to where you want to go, and I just have to follow.
So did you actually go and watch a court thing happen?
Yeah, so we had something to eat about 1:30, and then they said you need to go and line up outside either the old Old Bailey or the new Old Bailey. So I went to the new Old Bailey, and then we had a sheet. Do you want me to get the sheet?
I thought we were alright about the sheet.
Well, no, it tells you what kind of cases we're on today.
Okay. Just summarise briefly.
Well, we were going to go to one about historical sex offences against children, but that wasn't showing from like the 70s and 80s, and that one had already finished because they started at 10. So we went all the way to the top because you could pick where you went, and it was about how some teenagers had murdered someone, but it was mistaken identity and they killed an innocent person. Okay. So.
And how long were you in there for?
About 2 hours.
Interesting.
It was alright, but like I want them to get on with it.
Is it the way it is on telly?
It's really long and laborious. Like the same question like 5 times in a different way. It's like, why did you go down that road? Why didn't you go down this road? Why did you go back down the alley? It's just like, oh my god. And then it got to the interesting part about gangs, and we had to leave because we had to get back. So I was just like, well, actually, you know, when it's long, like really long, laborious. And the thing is, like, when you're in the public gallery, anyone can go, so all his family was there.
Nice.
And like other, like people who were involved but weren't family, like were there to check. It was weird.
We kind of got to just leave that there now.
Open the thing so we can see.
Come on now. Do you already subscribe?
Oh yeah, I already subscribe to you.
Yeah. I think even the new wrestling channel does. We're just going to sit here and wait for this to happen
The
now.
girls.
Yes! There it is! 10,000 subscribers on this channel, which was worth ruining the colour balance of the camera for. That's never going to go back now, is it? Thank you to all 10,000 of you wonderful, wonderful people. 10,000. When you put that on top of all the other awesome stuff that has gone on today, 10,000 subscribers on this channel as well. It has been a good 24-hour period to be Kev.
What? Because I haven't been here for half of it.
You don't know what's been going on today. You've got to get yourself up to speed.
I need some food.
Oh, right. You've had a good day though.
Yeah.
I've had an excellent day.
I wouldn't do it again.
Andy's had a good day. The girls have had a good day. We all ate pizza.
I've not eaten yet.
Well, you should get some food. I'm going to say goodbye to this lot because I'm just after all this, after getting like 3.5 hours sleep last night, I am now.
Why?
Because I was up until the early hours.
You said I'd be 10 minutes.
Yeah, again, you need to get yourself up to speed. Because she's not been here and she's not really been contactable, she has no idea the extent to what has been happening since about this time yesterday. It is mad. I've been, I'll fill you in a minute because it's like I already know. It's absolutely insane.
Have we talked about Andy and pizza?
I don't think I did. He had a piece of pizza with us. Well, he had a mouthful of pizza, ate a mushroom and didn't spit it out. But
all of it? He swallowed it?
But it didn't come out again. And he didn't retch or anything. So the slice of pizza is still on his table. He's not eating the rest of it.
But he's touched it.
He did. I asked him, do you want a piece of pizza? He said, yeah. Came and grabbed it, straight in his mouth. Swallowed what he ate, but then put it back down again and hasn't gone back to it. So I don't think he was keen on it, but he didn't spit it out and he didn't retch, which is massive news.
Oh, that's so good. Bless him.
So if you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure you pop a like on there for us. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching.